everybody, Pai-chan here, and today is day number 11 of Inktober, and last time, and with yesterday, you gotta feel a little sorry for Papyrus, but we'll take care of that this time. And with the drawing, if the picture seems a little weird, I haven't scanned it yet. As I was going through and doing a final erasing after I finished recording and everything, I didn't realize that the red on Papyrus was still wet and it smeared, and I tried to cover it up with a white Jelly Roll pen that I have, but yeah. And also, if you're wondering about red, with the eye glowing, and you check in the description and it wasn't there, I kind of added on to the colors where red equals sadness, and of course he's sad, sadness or in pain, and right now Papyrus is both with his broken arm. Well, with that, let's see what happens to poor Papyrus and with Sans and what's going to go on next. So let's continue the story, shall we?
As the pages turn, the story continues. The group made their way out of the courthouse, careful not to jostle Papyrus's arm too much, him still whimpering from the pain. Undine and Alphys were waiting outside just to be sure everything went through okay. What happened to Papyrus's arm? Sans just looked down, ashamed of himself that he couldn't protect his brother. Well, we had some problems with a social worker while we were there, Pai said sadly. What do you mean? Alphys said, confused. Well, Asgore thought for a moment. It appears that our two skeletons here need to be... Well, I don't know. Pai sighed. Considering their age, even though they were considered adults in the underground, they still need a guardian like Frisk. Sadly, it was Sans saying that he was the same age as her that started all this. Why, punk, Sans just looked down. And I deserve it. Pai glared at Sans. No, you wouldn't. How? And I went. Pai went. How would you have known that would cause all this? Well, leave it alone for now. Frisk, still crying, still very upset, looked at Papyrus. Papyrus, are you gonna be okay? I don't know. What happens to us from here? Pai gave a half-hearted smile. Well, for now now you stay with me. At least until you're considered old enough. And when is that? Well, normally that's until about the age of 18. If you're not what's called emancipated and all that, but that's too much to get into. And what are you gonna do? Well, nothing much. Pretty much the same thing, probably the same thing that Asgore and Toriel are gonna do with Frisk and have done with Char and Asriel for a long time. Toriel nodded. Yes, I do believe that is for the best. Pai looked down, though, with how that social worker was acting. I'm not sure this is going to be nearly as easy as it was for you with Frisk and Chara. Why is that? Well, I don't know. She just, the way she was acting, and she didn't hurt Papyrus. She just grabbed him and was dragging him away, which wasn't fair, until I actually said that I would be willing to take both of them in, almost like she wanted to separate them. And considering everything, I'm not all that surprised that there are people that are prejudiced against you. Heck, for the longest time, there are people that just judge people by the color of their skin, even though they're still human. And there's people that still do and will break up families just because they're different. Which, it seems that she may be one of them. Upon hearing this, Alfie's clasped her hands over her mouth sadly. But you're not going to let him do that, are you? Well, I'm going to try not, Alphys. That's all I can say. Though, I'm probably more equipped to take care of this than many others. Well, I better bring Pap home so that I can take care of this. Come on, Sans, you too. Might as well. It's a good time to show you where you'll be living. Where you'll be living from now on for at least a few years, anyway. All right. I'm not leaving Pap in this state. Yes, brother. I don't want to be alone right now. Papyrus stuttered, which was extremely rare for him, though not completely unheard of. All right. We will be over tomorrow to check on how things are. Yeah. His arm should be better by tomorrow. as long as he gets some sleep, that is. Sans just glared at Pai. Why do you say that? Oh, it's just the way that I heal. I'll explain on the way. Well, Pai looked around. Actually, I should explain when we get home. Because of all the people around? Yeah. Well, come on. Papyrus and Sans follow Pai after saying goodbye to their friends and to a house on the outskirts of the town near a forest. Well, this is it. They both look up from them both jostled out of their thoughts and look up at the house. Wowee! It's huge! Not that bad. Not that big. You live here all alone? I get a lot of company, so it's better to have a bigger house, and I guess it came in handy with you two, right? Yeah, I guess. Sans still very, very upset about his brother getting hurt for his blunder over at the courthouse. Well, let's get inside. Let's get inside and into one of the rooms where I can work on you more easily. Yeah, about that. We'll talk inside. Pai Pai leads the brothers into the house and up a flight of stairs the first room to the first room on the left, and has Papyrus sit on the end of the bed, kneeling in front of kneeling in front of him after grabbing a pair of scissors to assess the damage. Considering he was at a place where he needed to dress nice, he wasn't in his usual battle body or cool body attire. He had decided to wear a nice button-down shirt, a nice long-sleeve button-down shirt, and the mittens that he usually wore to not scare people as much. Pai took the scissors and cut off the sleeve of the up to just below the elbow of the sleeve of the arm that had been injured. Pai, why are you? Well, sorry, but I need to actually see how bad your arm is. I may have been able to splint it there, but I need to assess the damage to actually know how much I need to heal. Or, well, that's not really something I can explain. You said that he would be better by tomorrow, if he sleeps. What do you mean by that? Well, with this, it'd be a bit I'm used to working on humans, and for them it'd be a bit jarring on their body to just heal it outright. So I use the natural healing function of their sleep to have them heal it then, but during the day I do like a splint and just have them use it as little as possible. But we're different than humans. Well, doing it this way, it won't cause you any harm. It'll just delay it slightly, and if he sleeps, by the time he wakes up, it'll be healed. Though not 100%. I'm not sure it'll ever be that way, but it'll be about as healed as it would be if it had just healed from a broken arm, from his arm being broken. Brother, it is an understandable way to do this. It's the way that she knows, so yeah. Pai knelt down. Pai, after putting the scissors away, knelt down next to Papyrus, cupping his arm between her hands as a soft light surrounded the arm. This feels strange. It's not like our magic. No, I wouldn't say it is, but does it hurt? Does it hurt at all? No. Usually when one of us heals another, it does hurt a little, but this doesn't. Pai gave another half-hearted smile to Papyrus and frowned as she continued her work. A few minutes later, Pai said, "All right, all finished. Now it's time for dinner." Wowee! We weren't thinking that we'd get to eat. you'd be cooking for us here. Like I said, gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be like, sort of like Toriel is to Frisk, Chara, and Azriel. Sans, still angry, said, and what do you get out of it? Well, well, what I, well, what I get out of it is simply knowing that you guys are safe, and mainly the company, though you're going to have a few rules here. Of, of course. Upon hearing this, Sans just glared. And what might those be? Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry about it for now. They're not what you think. Don't, all right? Well, come on. Well, Sans, come on. Pat, just so you know, this is actually the room that I thought would be yours. Really? He looked around the room, just having a bookcase, desk, and dresser, and the dresser being next to the closet. But it's so you can, Pap, I just have it like this so that there's the necessities that a guest would need when they come, and it doesn't, and it's not offensive to anyone. You can decorate it any way you like. The main thing is, and from what I've heard, this is the main one for you, Sans, is to keep it clean. That's the main thing. Well, I can do that. But you can have figures and stuff on the desk. The only thing is since you're gonna be going to school, because that's something that you need to do, considering all things considered, leave most of the desk clear. Put your stuff up on the top shelf, on the shelf there, and then you can do what you like. Come on, Sans, your room is just across the hall. It's pretty much like this. If you have some stuff you want to set there, go ahead, and I'll meet you down into the kitchen for dinner. We're having pasta. Wowee! Yeah, I figured I'd do Papyrus's favorite dish, considering he's injured. We'll do one for you tomorrow, Sans. Sans just huffed and went across the hall to his room. Well, I could help you with that. Sure, but we're doing this my way, okay? And I don't have spaghetti, but the pasta should taste about the same. They went down and made a meaty pasta sauce and boiled the water and put it over the pasta. Sans just kind of eyed it suspiciously, with even though Pai was eating it. And Papyrus sat down after serving everyone and tried his food rather clumsily, considering he only had his offhand to use. After finally getting a spoon in his mouth, he excitedly exclaimed, "Wow, this is really good!" Thanks, Pat. You helped too, though. She looked over at Sans, eyeing the food. Just eat, Sans. From what I've heard, everybody seems to enjoy the food that I eat. And from what I've heard, I'm better than, well, sorry, Pap, but I'm better than you with cooking. Pap just looked down. Yeah, I'm still learning. Well, I could teach you. we're gonna have a request from Sans tomorrow, so Papyrus heaved. What is it gonna be this time? What is it gonna be, brother? I don't know. I was kind of thinking burgers and fries. I can do that. Really? Yeah. Yeah, but you're gonna have to. Yeah, but I may ask you to help. Maybe. Pai laughed. Well, after this, I think we should all get some sleep. We've had a long day, to say the least. But they look at the clock and it's close to 9. Wow, I didn't realize it was that late. Yeah, well, well, the others are gonna be here tomorrow, so let's discuss things with them then. For now, we all need our rest.
Well, as you can see, it may be a little more difficult for Pai to actually legally to adopt Sans and Papyrus than we originally thought. It was extremely easy for Toriel and Asgore because of who their judge wound up being. This time though, it seems that she may have a problem. That we may have a problem with keeping the skeleton brothers together and with their friends. But for that, you're gonna have to watch future videos to figure out what happens later. Well, if you like this, my DeviantArt, Twitter, and Tumblr will be down in the description, so go check them out. And if you would, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos coming soon. And hit that little notification bell to be notified on your phone, your tablet, wherever you have keyed into your YouTube account, along with receiving an email account whenever I upload a video. That way you never miss any. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. See ya!